This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. Your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Monday, March 27th, 2023, and we're so glad you could join us for today's show. In today's show, I speak with Bryce Baker, an Integrated Marketing Manager at Precision Planting from Commodity Classic. We will also have a check of the ag weather outlook, but first, let's run down the markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
At the end of another trading day, we are joined now by Robin Schmahl of agmarket.net for our closing analysis. Robin, what was the story today in the grain markets?
Well, first of all, it was a very positive day. Good to see to start the week out. First off, we had the export inspections. Corn was pretty poor, dismal, you want to say, 26.2 million bushels, down 20.7 million bushels from a week ago. That did not set very well right at the beginning, although it was mixed to moderately higher. Beans at 32.7 million bushels, up 6.2 million bushels from a week ago, and wheat at 14.4 million bushels. In inspections, up 6.6 million bushels from a week ago. So the beans and corn were positive. Beans and wheat were positive. Corn a little more negative. But what we did see around 10 o'clock Eastern time, we all of a sudden did see the corn really get some strength and move higher. Possibly that was the release of some estimates by Farm Futures of prospective plantings, and they're looking at corn acres at 87.7 million acres, down 1% from last year. That's kind of outside of the realm of what most others were thinking so far. We don't have all of the estimates in at this point in time, but that's kind of to the low end. That could have spurred a little bit of the buying by the traders as a reaction to that report, which sometimes takes place, and then they get more reports and it kind of settles out. But anyway, that's what they're looking at. And they're looking at soybean acres at 89.62 million acres. That's up 2.5% from a year ago. And we're kind of looking at it from the standpoint of fertilizer prices. It doesn't seem that maybe that would be the case, but who knows, farmers with a rotation and what they want to try to accomplish. But that may have been a little bit of the catalyst to move the corn futures higher, along with catching up with the soybeans and wheat that were higher initially. Now, analyst estimates for the quarterly grain stocks report out on the same day. We had beans at 11% lower than a year ago at 1.73 billion bushels for the quarterly grain stocks. Corn at 7.47 billion bushels, 4% lower than a year ago. And we're looking at wheat stocks at 929 million bushels, 10% lower than a year ago. So that looks supportive, friendly to the market. We may see more of the trade start to focus on that. Maybe wasn't complete focus today, but start to focus a little more on that, square up some positions.
On the other side of the markets, what happened in the livestock complex today?
Well, we saw some good strength in the livestock across the board. So we did see the live cattle move higher. Now they were mixed last week on trading. Dollar south or dollar lower in the north, $1 to $2 higher $1 higher lower in the south, $1 to $2 higher in the north last week. But we had mixed box beef prices. Now the strength came in today. I think part of it's because of the market has been beat down. Now with some stability in the cash, maybe a little bit higher this week, then we just saw the market bounce more technically probably than anything. Now, box beef prices at noon were up 28 cents select was up 16 cents, so not a lot there. I think most of the trade was technical, and even stronger despite the gains in the corn market. I mean, there's usually a correlation there that corn is higher. Feeder cattle, at least they're weaker, but that was not the case today. I think we got a little oversold market, a little bit price correction, some technical trading that moved cattle higher. Now on the hogs, strong market. We had a strong market Friday, strong market today. Didn't come from the daily direct cash market. That was down 15 cents today. Likely short covering into the weekend on Friday. Upcoming hog and pig report today. Cutouts at midday were up $4.42. And that's following 3 days of cutout strength last week, which has been not seen for quite a while. So 3 days last week of stronger cutouts, a strong noon cutout of 442 may not hold into the end of the day, but it looks like it will be positive. The other thing was this commitment of traders by the CFTC is finally caught up. We got an idea and got a glimpse of what the funds were doing. Funds came in for last week when the report was finalized. Record shorts. There are record shorts in the market of 21,625 futures positions. When we're looking at the futures only position, they sold 19,292 futures contracts over the last period in the last report. So that might have scared a little bit of the funds, maybe some of the traders, and it's looking at record shorts. So they wanted to take profits on some of their positions. Now, the futures and options combined weren't record shorts, but they were short 16,575 contracts. Not quite a record, but we see the combination of those things culminating, at least for the last 2 days, that's been giving us some strength.
Robin, thank you for the great information as always. How can our viewers get in touch for more information from agmarket.net?
They can call me directly if they would like at 877-256-3253 or go to our website, agmarket.net. The phone number is there for the main switchboard. You can call in. Anybody who's available will pick up and be able to answer your questions.
Robin Schmahl, thank you so much for the time today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
That was Robin Schmahl of agmarket.net. Let's turn our attention now to the closing numbers, courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. May corn is up 5 1/4 at 648 1/4. New crop December corn up 9 1/2 at 569 3/4. May soybeans up 14 even at 1442 1/4. New crop November soybeans up 15 1/4 at 1288 1/2. May soybean meal up 90 cents at 446 even. May soybean oil up $1.28 at 54.55. Chicago wheat up 9 1/2 at 709 1/2. Minneapolis wheat up 13 1/2 at 873 1/2. And Kansas hard red wheat up 13 1/4 at 847 1/2. July oats up 7 1/4 at 370 1/4. On the Merc, April live cattle up $1.90 at 164.90. April feeder cattle up $2.82 at 197.62. April lean hogs up $1.45 at 78.62. April pork cutout up $1.15 at 84.25. Class 3 milk down 3 cents at 18.07. And that's been a check of the Ag Market Recap here on Ag Matters PM. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break now and hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association, and the Soy Checkoff. And when we come back, I will visit with Bryce Baker of Precision Planting. This is AMPM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today, I present my conversation with Bryce Baker, an integrated marketing manager at Precision Planting from Commodity Classic in Orlando, Florida. Mark Magnuson with the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and we're here at Commodity Classic today. It is day number 2, and I'm with Bryce Baker of Precision Planting. Bryce, great to see you. You wanted to talk to me today about some retrofit ability for farm equipment when it comes to planting. with precision planting. Why is that a good choice to go the retrofit route, Bryce?
Yeah, so as you think about farmers wanting to upgrade technology, the goal of that upgraded technology is better agronomic outcomes, better yields, better profitability. And so as we think about how do you access that technology, how does a farmer utilize that technology on the farm, there's a lot of new equipment. You can walk through this show and see a lot of new equipment that has awesome technology, but that equipment costs a lot. And for many farmers, they're going to say, that's not something I can afford, that's something I'll have to wait for. But with the ability to retrofit the equipment you own, whether it's 2 years old, 20 years old in some cases, through retrofitting or upgrading that equipment, not having to trade the core piece of equipment, be it a planter, sprayer, fertility applicator, but upgrading it, it allows you to do that, get the latest technology to improve the way you put seed in the ground, the way you apply chemicals, the way you apply fungicide, the way you fertilize, without having the significant cost increases that are associated with a new piece of equipment.
So Bryce, are you talking about big savings when it comes to going the retrofit route?
Yeah, so there's, in a lot of cases, depending on how you would retrofit, you keep that existing piece of equipment and maybe spend up to 20 to 50% the cost of what it would be for new, and have equivalent or better capability and technology than what would come on the new. But it could even be less than that. How could it be less than that? It could be because when you go buy a new piece of equipment, you don't say, well, I'd love to have the 78 gallon per minute hydraulic pump, but I'm going to save a couple $1,000s and just get the 50 right now, and I'll add that in a couple years. It doesn't work that way. You get it how you're going to get it, and you don't necessarily think about changing things in the future. With the retrofit upgrade ability, you could actually start with a few $1,000s now, and then next year add more, and next year add more. You don't have to do it all at once. So you could over time spend up to that 20 to 50% of what it would cost to get a different new piece of machinery, but you could build it 3% this year and build that over time to build the exact system that you want on that piece of equipment.
So the pre-existing equipment that a farmer has, does it need to be specific to what lines up with what precision planting does, or how does that retrofit process work?
Yeah, so the major brands that are out there as far as the pieces of equipment for planters, for sprayers, for combines, the major brands and machines that are made in most cases the last 20 years or so, with some brands even longer than that, can have precision planting equipment added to them and upgraded. So there's not one specific brand, or it doesn't have to be less than 5 years old. It can be really any age in most cases. If you go back too far, maybe not, but even some John Deere planters back into the 70s and 80s model years can have some equipment put on them.
Bryce, when we actually talked at Farm Progress this last fall, you had told me a lot of things about the improvements in technology with planting technology and precision planting especially, and I just continue to see these things that make it so specific to a specific farmer's operation and what they want to do on an individual field. How is that process just continuing to grow and making things very unique for the individual operator?
Yeah, so as we think about the future of agriculture, at Precision Planting, we use the phrase, we believe in better. And one of those things that is better is actually taking a field and treating the sub-field variability, the areas of the field that are different and unique, treating those the way they need to be treated for optimum return on investment. So in some cases that could be areas that need less fertilizer. In some cases it could be a little bit more to produce. There's different variabilities in soil densities, and that's where sensors and automation come in. Things like targeted spraying, being able to actually spray where weeds are or vary the rate. And so as we see technology, it's actually taking this sub-field variability that exists that could be natural from the soil, it could be natural from the slope or the water holding capacity, or it could be man-made from tire tracks or those types of things, and treating the areas of the field exactly the way they need to be treated to produce the best outcomes for the farmer. So it could be automated downforce to adjust for wheel tracks and compaction. It could be soil sampling on a small basis so that you can apply fertilizer in the most efficient way. And it could be banded fertilizer, where you put fertilizer right where the plants are going to go, as opposed to broadcasting it for the field. So those are some examples, but it kind of comes down to having the knowledge of the subfield variability and then treating those subfield areas the way they should be treated.
Exact areas of the field, not even just the entire farm. I mean, you go down to the sub level, like you said, that's very interesting. Bryce, is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers back in Iowa know when it comes to, and I guess viewers all over the country, when it comes to precision planting and just what you're excited about right now?
Yeah, so what I'm excited about is, we're 30 years this year of precision planting, and we've obviously got a number of upgraded products for planters, but also it's more than planting. Sprayers, strip till bars for granular, fertility applicators, combines, and a new soil sampling system for agronomists. So the name's precision planting, but we use that slogan, believe in better. That is a lot more than just the planter. It's multiple passes across the field.
He is Bryce Baker with Precision Planting, our guest today at Commodity Classic. Bryce, thank you so much for the time and have a great rest of the show.
Right. Thanks, Mark.
And that was Bryce Baker with Precision Planting. Let's turn our attention now to the ag weather outlook. Looks can be a little bit deceiving here today in central Iowa as we have mostly sunny skies around the state, but temperatures still mostly in the 40s. Tonight, we will get some cloud cover with mostly cloudy skies this evening, and then tomorrow we will have a little bit of a warm-up as clouds will decrease throughout the day. So let's turn our attention now to the National Weather Service and what's in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, mostly sunny skies today, but cooler temperatures around the state of Iowa. High temperatures in a range of 41 to 48. Tonight, mostly cloudy. We could have some light precipitation in southwest Iowa this evening, and low temperatures tonight, 19 to 30 degrees. Tomorrow becoming sunny with warmer temperatures. That warm up will see high temperatures in the 46 to 50 degree range around the state of Iowa. And looking now at our affiliate weather map for tomorrow, Cherokee, sunny and 46. Shenandoah becoming sunny and 50 the expected high. Des Moines becoming sunny and 49. Albia becoming sunny and 49 degrees. Waterloo becoming sunny on Tuesday with a high around 45. And Clinton decreasing clouds on Tuesday, a high around 49. For a more detailed forecast in your part of the state, check with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. And that's been a check of the Ag Weather Outlook. That also brings us to the end of this episode of Ag Matters PM. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And you can find our video content and previous episodes of AMPM located on our YouTube channel. And don't forget our free twice daily market podcast on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the IARN studios in Des Moines, I'm Mark Magnuson. On behalf of Dustin Huffman and Riley Smith, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.